don't let your credit score affect your job offer. Businesses will do everything they can to make sure that they are hiring the right people, and that means they will try to look deep in your history to see if they can find any kind of troubling information. Most people do not have any true skeletons in their closet, but not everyone has the best credit score in town. When you consider the fact that many business owners are now asking for Facebook login information from their prospective employees, it makes sense that they would also want to know a bit about your credit history as well. If you want to land your next job soon, then you should definitely try to be as open as possible about the source of your credit problems. The worst thing you can do when it comes to your credit score is try to hide it from your employer. People want someone who is open and honest with them when they are looking through different applicants, and you can score some extra points with your possible new boss if you are upfront with them about your poor credit history. If they really want to have a copy of your credit report, then you should give it to them and let them know the details of your credit history. At the end of the day, you need to realize that your credit score is not going to be the only thing that your new boss is thinking about. As long as you are qualified for the position and have some kind of experience in a related field, you will not have to worry too much about your credit, although it could be a tiebreaker between you and another applicant in some cases. That kind of scenario is going to be rather rare. That being said, it doesn't hurt to have a solid credit number when you are applying for jobs, so perhaps you should try to take care of your poor score while you are searching for the dream job. The good news when it comes to credit checks during the job application process is that it usually comes later during the proceedings. If someone is asking you for a credit report, then you can usually guess that you already have a good chance at getting the job. Unless you have committed outright fraud in your past, you should not have to worry too much about your credit history. It is definitely something that a company will consider when they think about hiring you, but it is usually not going to make or break your progress when looking for a new job. Although some people think that these kinds of credit checks should be against the law, there is really nothing wrong with them in reality. When an employer is going to take a risk on you as a new employee, they need to be able to make sure that you are a trustworthy and reliable person. This goes back to the point of being upfront with your credit history. If you were actually an unreliable person who should not be hired, then you would probably try to hide your credit history from any new boss. As long as you are open about your credit report and tell everyone the truth, it should not hurt your chances in the long run. The main thing you need to do when a possible new employer asks you for a credit report is to look over it and see if there are any red flags. Think about what would concern you when you look at your credit report, and make sure that you explain the situation for these cases when you send your credit history to anyone. Remember to be completely candid because that will help you build a good relationship with whomever it is that you are talking to.